I guess since I got 50 miles on these shoes already, I better go ahead and do a follow-up review. Let's get into it. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Celtic Clydesdale show. I'm Jim, and I am the Celtic Clydesdale. As you probably guessed from that intro there, we're going to be discussing the Gel-Contend 6 after I've put 50 miles on it. So let's make that happen. A little bit of a disclaimer. I purchased this shoe, I don't know, towards the end of 2020 and paid for it with my own money. Asics knows nothing about this video still, and they don't have any influence over anything I'm about to say about this. But still, I gotta say, if Asics wants to send me any new shoes, I'll let them. Especially, I know the Gel-Contend 7 just came out, so Asics, where you at? Like I said before in the initial review of these shoes, the Gel-Contend 6 is a neutral shoe. If you need a stability or a motion control shoe, not the one for you, all right? Fit, it's true to size. This is a 13 for me. So if you're wearing a 13 and you've got, average width feet like I do, this will do you just fine. The footbed, I find the footbed still pretty cushy. It hasn't been a whole lot of breakdown of the cushioning over the 50 miles. And there also has not been a whole heck of a lot of breakdown of the outsole. With the luck I've been having with running shoes lately, that's a good thing, trust me. This toe box, it's a decent toe box. And I noticed in the summertime when I was wearing a little bit thinner socks, the toe box was just great. It fit me nicely. I liked it. Once I started running in the winter time and I was wearing thicker socks, I got to admit the toe box was not the greatest. All right, just a little bit snug with the thicker socks. So probably in my initial review, I probably should have said it's on the smaller side, but like I said, with the thinner socks, I didn't have a problem. When I put on the thicker socks in the wintertime, that's when I started having the issues. Honestly, I don't think it's a deal breaker for this shoe, all right? The upper is nice and breathable. Summertime running, springtime running, your foot's not gonna overheat in these. In the colder climbs, thicker socks gonna be necessary, and then that toe box issue will really rear its ugly head. Nice breathable upper, and it's decent and stays comfortable during the warmer winter. And now the cushioning, meaning not just the footbed, but overall cushioning, still pretty decent. 50 miles, still like the ride of the shoe. But as I said before, still wouldn't consider the shoe for much over 10K. I mean, you could probably push it a half marathon, but I wouldn't go out running a marathon in these. I just don't think they're quite cushioned enough for that, especially if you're a heavier athlete like myself. Steer clear of this one. You might want to go something a little higher end. All right, let's go ahead and get into the durability. All right, the durability, as I just said, the sole of this holding up pretty well. And actually, I got nothing bad to say about it. I mean, if you look at the ankle collar is doing nicely. There's no problems like where the tongue contacts the ankle collar here. The sole is holding up quite nicely, which is, for a $45 shoe. I spent $43 on the shoe, and hey, that's pretty awesome. All right, so yeah, durability, I'm going to give it high marks for the durability, because I mean 50 miles so far, and you really can't tell I've run 50 miles in it, to be honest with you. Now I will admit I only run in these shoes, so yeah, helps out, but they do have 50 miles on them and they really don't look like it. All right, so durability, high marks, I recommend them on the durability aspects. The bang for the buck is the biggest upside. Honestly, you can grab, if you've got $100 in your budget, you can spend that $100 on a single pair of shoes, or you can get 2 pairs of these and cycle between them, and you'll be doing yourself a favor. This is particularly helpful if you're a newbie runner, or if you're a veteran runner that's really just focusing on shorter distances, like your 5Ks and your 10Ks. hey, this shoe is straight up your alley. It's budget friendly. It's got great durability, and it fits well, and it's nicely cushioned for, you know, the where it sits, you know, on the level of shoes, running shoes. But I mean, I got no complaints about the shoe. And I mean, between the durability, the comfort level, and the fit of the shoe and the ride of the shoe, if you can grab 2 pairs for $100, I'd totally do it. And you know, it's totally worth it. Let's discuss some final thoughts on these. All right, final thoughts. Like I said, this is a great shoe for some newbies. Now, if you're a veteran and you're on a budget, hey, still a great shoe. All right, I totally recommend the shoe. But like I said, you know, a couple of times before, I'd really just stick around with, you know, not much more than 10Ks in these. Just basically, the longer you run in these, the lower grade cushioning will, you know, actually help you fatigue a little bit more, especially if you get up in the upper mileages. And you know, but it's not something that I would say, hey, don't go buy the shoe over. I would just say, hey, this is a great shoe to buy. Just limit yourself and your distances. You know, if you're a newbie runner and you're not going out and doing 10, 11, 12, 13 miles right away, hey, grab a pair of these or a couple pairs of these and cycle between them, and you'll be quite all right. So that's the shoe. Let's close this thing out. So there you have it, 50-mile review for the Gel-Contend 6. I'm gonna have to try to get myself a pair of the Gel-Contend 7s, do review on those. I'm gonna put some more mileage on these first. But that being said, if you've liked what you just watched, do me a favor, give me that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel or you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe and then ring that bell so you get notified when I upload my videos. So that being said, till next time, keep on keeping on.